Lake Union, you get the sound of drills. A forklift with tank treads rumbles against the pavement. A man in a hard hat and yellow vest hacks at a crumbling square of concrete. Another in orange neon clutches a big tube attached to a roaring machine on a truck, sucking up chunks of cider. Most of the other streets are cracked and potholed, walkways wilting and warped by tree roots. Blue lights creep along the trunks and branches like arteries. Everything is hard corners and sharp angles, sirens and wet steps. If you go to the courtyard between 333 and 345 Boren Avenue North, between two buildings labeled Ruby and Dawson, and lie down on your back on one of the benches, you will see your body reflected 6 stories up off the bottom of the sky bridge. Inside the elevators are rails with dry erase markers, so people can express themselves on those. Every Monday, someone writes something dour about Monday. Wednesdays draw a comment about Hump Day, and Friday's messages exude an overbearing sense of relief. Sports garner their own graffiti. Last week, I came upon a rare marking in action. A young man with styled black hair and gem-studded shoes, taking a video of his hand writing SEAHAW. Then there are the approved posters taped on the walls. Updates to the parental leave policy, machine learning conference call for papers, ZonCon, Fire TV and the future of TV, millions of customers, billions of shipments, trillions of transactions. Oh my! Learn how we innovate and scale in a physical world with lightning tasks for senior engineers, beer, free giveaway. When you get in, a woman's voice recording. Going up. My first day on the job, I entered a space occupied by 9 stolid software engineers. After settling in my desk, I crossed the room to open the blinds for view of the Space Needle. I sensed this act had disgruntled the engineers, like creatures that had settled into their tide pool, now suddenly distressed by some inquisitive human. After a few months, I started to get to know them. An Estonian giant was passionate about diving and exploring shipwrecks. On his last visit to Svalbard, a tourist there was attacked by a polar bear. I asked him how to avoid getting mauled. Simple enough, he says. Always have someone on bear watch. On your 2-hour bear watch, if you see one, shoot flares and try not to catch anything on fire. This may be difficult with the 50 to 60 mile per hour wind. Then wake the nearest camp attendant. He and his wife have a baby daughter, another on the way. At the office. 1. In the kitchen, a man peers at an English muffin placed in the 2 center slots of a 4-slot toaster. In a slight Indian accent, he asks if the toast will come up automatically or if he needs to take it out himself. I explain how the toaster works and show him the cancel button. 2. We receive a complaint from a Taiwanese customer who saw our redirect message on the US site.com to the China site.cn. The customer found this offensive given the relationship between Taiwan and China. 3. They're handing out free bananas from a stand in the plaza on Terry Avenue. As a bike commuter, I am their first drive-in customer. As I ride by, they toss me a banana and I catch it. Our senior manager is in his late 40s, an avid reader, cyclist, and historian. Scrappy, wiry, a troublemaker and a smartass in school and in the Air Force. His leadership role models are Ike, George Marshall, and Bruce Lee. He walks into my area with his laptop, bends down to pet a dog, and then kneels on the chair beside me. All right, he says in a low voice. Let's say you pass away. Thinking about how much I've been able to automate my job or how well things will fare if I suddenly fall ill. He continues, I give you the choice of coming back as a sea turtle or an armadillo. Which would it be? I have nothing against armadillos. Large beings in the ocean freak me out, but sea turtles live longer and can move more dimensions than armadillos. Sea turtle, I say. He nods, gestures in validation, That's a much better choice. He is a fantastic elocutionist. Idioms weave themselves into his speech so naturally that it's hard to tell what's an established expression and what's uniquely his. Like his catchphrase, "Sweet Jiminy Crickets," or my favorite, "I have a finite amount of time, limitless ways to waste it." He talked me into the job with the line, "If you've had enough for one day and just need to leave, go get a beer, do it." 4. I am sitting in a bathroom stall, and a corgi trundles in under the door, stands on its hind legs, and puts its front paws on my knees. A woman's voice, "Muffin! Sorry, he's a really friendly dog." The corgi just keeps standing there, the bathroom lights sparkling in its clear black eyes. 5. I'm almost whacked in the face by a developer who is demonstrating to his coworkers how he had almost just whacked someone else in the face as they were walking down the hall. 6. I'm the only person in a meeting of 5 not decked out in Seahawks regalia. The well-read 30-something violinist at his desk bobs his headphones to jazz. He has 2 cats named Bruce and Gordon after characters from Batman, though he's a particular fan of female superheroes. His dad died last year. The family sang La Vie en Rose at his funeral. He moved back to Canada to rejoin his family, leaving behind cartoons drawn on our walls, some DC characters, a Ninja Turtle, a T-Rex playing an accordion. 7. We received a complaint about an issue with the English to French translation of "one day only" in one of our Canadian ads. Apparently it said, "You're alone today." A mile or so from my childhood home is a creek that winds its way through the woods and eventually pours into the Little Spokane River. I hike down to it every year for the past decade. To me, it was a sacred place. The deer paths, the seasons, buttercups in the spring, summer's buzzing insects, orange needles in the fall, the silent snow. When I went back last Thanksgiving, the final stretch of trail down to the water, about 100 yards, had been clear-cut. Pines were piled together like corpses, swathed in an inch of snow, roots and cracked branches all diagonal and pressed against each other. No sign of life, only smoke languorously rising from one of the piles. Scene punctuated by streaks of bright orange tape securing tripods of wooden stakes. I kicked one of the stakes, snapping it in half, took one last look at the clearing, and turned for home. I wasn't sure who I was angry at. The surveyors, the construction workers, families that would move in, kids with their smartphones, who may or may not play in the creek in summer.